Welcome to me. So, if you guys have not already heard, this month of December, I am doing an Watchable Canadian Christmas Charity Drive to celebrate 200 subscribers. At the top of the description, you will find a link to donate if you are able to. If you are not able to, that's fine. Just sharing the word wherever you possibly can works too. Our goal is $750 US. And again, we're just trying to show some holiday cheer this year to celebrate a milestone. So, without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Welcome to the Content, and welcome to the week in review. I know it's late. I'm sorry. It's the last week of school. Give me a break. So, yes, week 13 has passed. It's by. It's time to good. Late. Also, just a reminder at the top of the description below, you're going to find a donation link for my Christmas charity drive. So please do donate. Please, if you can, please do. Thank you. So on with the vid, Thursday Night Football, fully in December now, between the freaking Bills and the Patriots. Some part of me doesn't want to talk about this, but I have to. The show must go on. This is a game that I can honestly just forget about. This game just looked bad. For the Bills, Josh Allen went 22 for 33, 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook ran 14 times for 64 yards. If receiving, Stephon Diggs caught it 7 times for 92 yards and a touchdown. For those Patriots, Macri Jones went 22 for 36, 195 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Houston carried it not 5 times. He carried it 10 times for 54 yards. And Marcus Jones, yes, the corner, the guy who freaking got the kickoff return, the punt return touchdown against the Jets. He caught it twice for 51 yards and a touchdown. I don't think I've ever seen a corner lead receiving on one of these videos before, but there's a first for everything. But what's not a first is seeing the Bills beat the Patriots. Final score 24-10. Yikes. Moving on, the ownership of the Bears is at stake when Green Bay comes to town. I think it's safe to say it's still intact. For the Packers, Aaron Rodgers went 18 for 31, 182 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Dillon ran 18 times for 93 yards and touchdowns. And a touchdown, I should say, sorry. For receiving, Alan Lazard caught it 5 times for 67 yards. For those Bears, Justin Fields went 20 for 25, 254 yards and 2 interceptions. Fields also ran 6 times for a total of 71 yards and a touchdown. And for receiving, it was Equanimeous St. Brown, the former Packer, catching at 3 times for 85 yards with, here we go, an average of 28.3 yards. 28-3. God damn it. That's what the Bears are saying after they lost to this game 28-19. Wolf. Moving on, we got the Steelers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta, you nearly had it, but you choked on your own shit again. Congratulations, you're shit. Now go in the corner and cry. For those Steelers, Kenny Pickett went 16 for 28, 197 yards and a touchdown. Najee Harris he carried it 17 times for 86 yards. And for receiving, Pat Freiermuth caught it 3 times for 76 yards. I guess not terrible. For the Falcons, Marcus Mariota went 13 for 24, 167 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Cordell Patterson ran 11 times for 60 yards. And for receiving, Drake London caught it 6 times for 95 yards. Finally, they get to him most of the time. Finally. But what it wasn't fortunate for the Falcons was them losing this game. 19-16, the Steelers win this game. Moving on to a surprisingly heavyweight showdown between the Vikings and the Jets. Well, you know what though? At least this game was alright. It was actually pretty enjoyable. Kind of average scoring, if you want to call it that. We'll call it that. For the Jets, Mike motherfucking White, 31 for 57, 369 nice yards and 2 interceptions. A new rusher, son of a night, yes, I'm saying that right, carried it 15 times for 90 yards. And receiving, Garrett Wilson caught it 8 times for 162 yards. Holy fuck. For the Vikings, Kirk Cousins went 35, 173 yards and a touchdown. Dalvin Cook ran 20 times for 86 yards and a touchdown. And for receiving, Justin Jefferson was held back today. 7 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown. Jesus Christ. Didn't matter as the Vikings still won this game 27-22. I guess they're alright right now. Moving on, we got the Lions to get on the Jaguars in the battle of who sucks more. You'll find out the answer by the end of this contest. For the Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence went 17-31, 179 yards and a touchdown. CJ Beathard, for whatever reason, threw twice out of 3 attempts. Well, threw 3 times but made 2 for 6 yards. For rushing, it was Travis Etienne, 13 carries for 54 yards. And for receiving, Christian Kirk caught it 6 times for 104 yards. Jesus Christ. That actually is not bad, Christian Kirk. For the Lions, it's Jared Goff, 31 for 41, 340 yards and 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift he carried it 14 times for 62 yards and a touchdown. For receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 11 catches for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. Holy fucking shit. No wonder why it was 40-14 Detroit. Because Detroit just fucking balled out. And against the Jacksonville defense, we'll say you're wrong. Moving on, we got the Eagles hosting the Tennessee Titans. And AJ Brown's first game against his old team. This should be good. For the Titans, Ryan Tannehill went 14 for 22, 141 yards and a touchdown. They gave Malik Willis a couple plays, 2 for 4 for 16 yards he went. For rushing, it was surprisingly Ryan Tannehill, 3 carries for 34 yards. Just saying Derrick Henry was there. And for receiving, Chigozie Okonkwo, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm sorry if I'm not, caught it 4 times for 68 yards. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts went 29 for 39, 380 yards and 3 touchdowns. We also got an appearance from somebody. That's right, Gardner Minshew. He got a chance to play. He went 1 for 2 for 11 yards, so I guess that's not terrible. For rushing, Miles Sanders ran 10 times for 24 yards at a touchdown. And for receiving, oh boy, this is ironic. AJ Brown, the former Titan, catching it 8 times for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns, reminding the Titans why they're stupid for trading him. As a result of this game, the Eagles win 35-10. God save the Titans at this point. Moving on, we got the hey, how do I want to discuss this game? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel uncomfortable trying to freaking talk about this game. Why? Because there's a pedophile on the team. On what team? The Browns. I mean, Deshaun Watson, yes. Just call it a revenge game, really? I have to call it that? Well, I mean, it is again. I mean, it is in Houston, so I mean, I guess it makes sense. All right. I'll call it that. So this is a revenge game. It hasn't been advised by my legal team. For the Browns, Deshaun Watson went 12 for 22, 131 yards and an interception on his return. Ha 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 ha. For rushing, Nicholas Chubby carried it 17 times for 80 yards. And for receiving, Donovan Peoples-Jones caught it 3 times for 44 yards. For the Texans, Kyle Allen went 20 for 39, 201 yards, touchdown and 2 interceptions. David Pierce ran it 18 times for 73 yards. And receiving, Brevin Jordan, that's a new one I ever heard. I haven't heard that name since Madden. 4 receptions for 46 yards. And the Browns defense beat the Texans 27-14. The offense, they jack shit. Moving on, we actually have an NFC East showdown between the Commanders and the Giants. Basically, the Commanders won here. They might have overtaken the Giants. That's a weird thought to think about. But this game was a fucking mirage. For the Commanders, Taylor Heineke went 27-41, 275 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson carried it 21 times for 96 yards. Receiving, Terry McLaurin caught it 8 times for 105 yards and a touchdown. For the Giants, Daniel Jones went 25-31. He finally has a 200-yard passing game. Took him long enough. And a touchdown. Daniel Jones also ran it 12 times for 71 yards. Receiving, Darius Slayton caught it 6 times for 90 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't had to say this since week 1 between Houston and Indianapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, this game was a tie. Oh, fuck. What? Why? What? That's what was on to a tie between these two? You know these two are damn good in the division, right? But what the fuck are we having a tie here? Really? That's the reason? Well, fuck your logic. So this game ended in a tie, 20-20. No team wins, everyone loses, everyone laughs. God, fuck it, damn. Moving on, we got the shit show game of the year so far between the Broncos and the Ravens. The reason is because of what happened to Lamar Jackson. On being sacked for the second time of the day, Lamar Jackson had to exit the game due to a knee injury and would not return. So entered Tyler Huntley. After a few days, it was announced that Lamar Jackson has suffered a strained PCL, which is like your ACL being in the front of the knee, but instead the PCL runs in the back of your knee and runs alongside your main blood artery in the back of your leg. How do I know what that is? Oh, I've torn it before. And everything else on my knee. We're not going to get into that, though. Because, look, you see, getting sidetracked was probably more entertaining than talking about this game. That's why. This game sucked. For the Broncos, Russell Wilson cooked up 17 for 22 and 189 yards, but couldn't cook up jack shit after that. For rushing, Latavius Murray carried it 17 times for 47 yards. And as I'm looking on the Google version of NFL scores, I noticed another 28-3 reference. The 28-3 reference being the top rusher was Latavius Murray, who was number 28. The next player down, Russell Wilson, number 3. Fucking, yay. For receiving, Greg Dulcich caught it 6 times for 85 yards. For the Ravens, there was so many fucking quarterbacks here. So initially, the starting quarterback was Lamar, 3 for 4 for 11 yards. But it was Tyler Huntley, 27 for 32, 187 yards and an interception. For a reason, we got one play of James Proche. One attempt, and that was an interception. For rushing, Tyler Huntley ran 10 times for 41 yards and a touchdown. Hey, just so you know, you're not Lamar Jackson. And for receiving, Mark Andrews caught it 4 times for 53 yards. Somehow, this game was still won by Baltimore. Final score, 10-9. Fuck that game. We're moving on. Moving on, the Dolphins and 49ers. This one was bound to be a good matchup. Oh, how little about you knew what happened. Jimmy Garoppolo. You like being the starting QB, right? The NFL gods have a gift for you. An injury. Broken foot. Season done. So, San Francisco, who's your new quarterback? Oh. We're getting Mr. Irrelevant, huh? Wow, this should be interesting. Surely nothing can happen from this at all. Surely the Niners will lose. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa went 18 for 33, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Scott Thompson only threw once, and that was an interception. Raheem Mostert ran 7 times on the day for 30 yards. Receiving Tyreek Hill is still a fucking beast. 9 receptions for 146 yards and a touchdown. Whew, goddamn. For the Niners, the guy Jimmy originally started, he went 2 for 4 for a total of 56 yards. And since then, Mr. Irrelevant took over. 25 for 37, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Not bad. For rushing, it was Christian McCaffrey carrying at 17 times for 66 yards. On hand, Christian McCaffrey also leads the receivers. 8 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Because it wasn't all bad. But also when you remember that Mr. Irrelevant won a fucking football game. 33 to 14. No, 33 to 17, sorry. 33 to 17. Brock Purdy helped the Niners win a game. And from the looks of it, he's going to be their starter moving forward. Get comfortable with that system, San Fran. Get comfortable with it. Moving on, we get the Seahawks to get on the Rams. And if you couldn't imagine, this game was a shit show. Just about always is in the NFC West for whatever reason. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith went 20 for 39, 367 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. God damn. For rushing, DJ Dallas carried it 10 times for 37 yards, and for receiving, Tyler Lockett caught it 9 times for 128 yards and a touchdown. DJ Metcalf was close. 8 receptions for 127 yards and a touchdown. Damn. For the Rams, John Wolford went 14 for 26, 178 yards and 2 picks. Sorry. Cam Akers ran 17 times for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. For receiving, Chatarius Atwell caught it twice for 48 yards. The Seahawks won that game 27 to 23. Not really much to talk about that considering that game was just awful. Oh yeah, speaking of the Rams real quick, I forgot. Let me talk about the Titans thing first because I completely fucking missed that. Hey Titans, did you enjoy your loss to the Eagles? You did? Really? That's interesting. That's a weird little thing. Anyway, did you really enjoy that win? No? Well, your general manager. Not one loss, even though this way you only did yourself. But you weren't good enough. So, what does Tennessee do? They fire their GM in the middle of a season. What the fuck? They was doing good too. Hell, let me tell you, the Titans are 7-5. They are top of the division. You know, if they just fuck themselves up the division, they're doing well. They're doing well. What's the point of that? Also for the Rams, hey, you guys gotta get a new quarterback. Baker Mayfield claimed up off waivers from the Panthers. Well done, mates. Well done. Moving on, we got the Raiders taking on the Chargers. San Diego's a fucking fraud. I'm not even gonna call them the Los Angeles Chargers. They're just San Diego. They're just frauds. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert went 20-47, 335 yards and a touchdown. Austin Eckler ran 10 times for 35 yards. For receiving, Keenan Allen caught it 6 times for 88 yards and a touchdown. God, like Keenan, yeah. And for the Raiders, Derek Carr went 16 for 30, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Josh Jacobs still flips off the Las Vegas Raiders organization. Yes, I know I said last. And I said that so quickly that I didn't even notice. And now did you. He carried it 26 times for 144 yards and a touchdown, proving that he should have had his fifth year extended. Receiving, Devontae Adams caught it 8 times for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Raiders won this game 27-20. Yeah, Chargers, I don't know what the fuck you were doing here. Moving on, we got the Chiefs to get on the Bengals in an exciting game. Hell, the Bengals practically own the Chiefs, as showcased by that one game where the Bengals needed to win the AFC North and the AFC Championship game. Hopefully, with that one, right? For the Chiefs, Patty Mahomes went 16 for 27, 223 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco carried it 14 times for 66 yards and a touchdown. And for receiving, Marquez Valdez-Scantling caught it twice for 71 yards. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow went 25 for 31, 286 yards and 2 touchdowns. Samaje Perine carried it 21 times for 106 yards. And for receiving, Ja'Marr Chase caught it 7 times for 97 yards. The Bengals win. They got a game-winning field goal, and they beat the Chiefs 27-24. Yeah. And on the Sunday Night Football, actually, do we even call it Sunday Night Football? Or we call it the Sunday Night Massacre, because that is what this game was between the Colts and the Cowboys. I think we could just call it a massacre and just get it over with, honestly. For the Colts, Matt Ryan went 21 for 37, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. For rushing, Jonathan Taylor carried it 21 times for 82 yards. And for receiving, Alec Pierce caught it 4 times for 86 yards and a touchdown. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott went 20 for 30, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Tony Pollard ran 12 times for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. For receiving, Mr. CD's Nut Slam caught it 5 times for 71 yards and a touchdown. I want you guys to keep in mind something, okay? Going into the fourth quarter, it was 21-19, sorry. After the fourth quarter, it exploded to 54. Yikes, Colts. What the fuck are you doing? 54-19. With the majority of points coming in the fucking fourth quarter. Woof. And for Monday night, we got the Saints taking on the Buccaneers in what was the Monday Night Boar Fest. For the Saints, Andy Dalton went 20 for 28, 229 yards and a touchdown. Taysom Hill went 1 for 1 for 21 yards. I mean, that's something, I guess. For rushing, Mark Ingram Jr. ran 7 times for 27 yards. For receiving, Rashid Shaheed, that's a new name, catching it 4 times for 75 yards. For the Buccaneers, Tom Brady went 36 for 54, 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Leonard Fournette carried it 10 times for 49 yards. And for receiving, Chris Godwin caught it 8 times for 63 yards. The Bucs win 17-16 off multiple drives that helped the Bucs win the game. Keep in mind, the Bucs were down 16-3 with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Wolf. But that'll do it for the weekly review. Hope you guys did enjoy. As a reminder again, in the description, you will find the link to donate for the charity event. Please do donate. I am begging you, please. I guess while I'm here, doing some honorable shout-outs for those that have donated, in which there have been 2. 5 Points Vids, number 1, a $100 donation. You, sir, are a boss. And I'll link your channel in the description. And for the second donation, I could not find out who it was, but they have donated $10. So whoever you are, thank you. So again, hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, leave it a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see it next. And if you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Electrical Nation. But until next time, je suis le Logique Canadien. Bon nuit, et au revoir.